comic books, movies, TV, and more. Nerds are everywhere. It's time to assemble! It's Nerds United.
Hello and welcome to a brand new Nerds United. I'm your host, Greg Mahochko, and joining me as always, he is that dashing and debonair son of a gun, the co-host of the year, Mike LUTHOR. Hello, Mike.
Hello.
How are you, sir?
I'm doing good. I wish I had like a story to tell or anything, but nothing crazy has been going on. But I think you got a story. I mean, you did something cool today.
We did. In fact, we called an audible from what I told you 24 hours ago we were going to do today. We had to get a new sticker for my wife's van because it was only 4 months late. So that, and we had an idea. We're like, it's not the drive, but it seems like for the experience, we'll be paying like, I don't know, $1 a minute type of thing for the five of us. So we did call an audible and we drove out to just south of Stanton, Missouri.
Okay.
You ever been out to Stanton, Missouri, Mike?
I can't say that I remember going out there.
So just south of Stanton, Missouri, south of Interstate or Highway 44, the old Route 66, if you want to pull up a little bit of history, is a very historic place. It is we all know the James gang, Jesse and Frank James.
Yes.
Those train, lockbox, strongbox, robbing sons of guns who are pretty good with guns. At one point when they were on the run from the law, they took a shelter in this place that we went to as a family today, and that's Meramec Caverns. So we had a little guided tour there, got to be underground for a while where it's always 60 degrees.
I like that. I like 60 degrees.
I like too, especially when one of the twins did not want to be put down and walk and have hold your hand.
Right.
So it really helped beat the heck out of carrying them around at like 90 degrees.
Yeah. So I was wondering if I knew you guys weren't going to stay there for long, but how long were you guys there for?
I think by the time we got our tickets, it was an 8-minute wait to the next tour. And, we were underground probably for an hour.
Oh, okay. Not bad.
No, I think maybe.
Yeah.
And then we had some ice cream.
Nice.
There. They have a little cafe and ice cream parlor and gift shop and whatnot. And then we left and went up the road a few miles and to basically this little tourist stop called Ozark Land, where we got a few little toys for the kids. Like every kid got to pick out something, including me. And what I picked out was
one of the kids, yes.
Probably what I picked out was probably like $60 or so worth of chocolate, like homemade, handmade, like confections and things like that. So like homemade peanut butter cups and espresso truffles and.
So I want to make sure that I heard you correctly. All the kids got to pick out something, including yourself, and you picked out $60
ballpark. Don't hold me to that number.
Okay. That seems like a lot, but hey.
Well, so their regular size, not their large, but their regular sized peanut butter cups, homemade, handmade, whatever, were like $2.99 a piece.
Okay.
So you pay for the
quality.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't do anything special like that. I worked out and I went to, there's an ice cream place in a small town close by me, St. Jacob.
I know of that place.
Frosty Pony.
Yep.
I went there. It was good. It was real good.
I'll have to, I've only driven past. I've never been. Scary moment as we were heading back. We're eastbound, and westbound, there was a vehicle pulled over with a slew of emergency vehicles, and I'd say 2/3 of this pickup truck were engulfed in flame. The hood, the cab, like front seat, it was a full size pickup truck, but the crew cab or whatever you call it, the hood and basically the entire cab. The only part that was not on fire was the bed of the truck. And I'm trying not to rubberneck because I'm driving,
Of
but
course.
my wife did say, she's like, well, I saw two people standing out. I said, well, let's hope, they're like, oh, the hood is smoking. Let's get out and investigate. And, oh, there's fire. Okay, let's everybody back away to a safe distance and call emergency vehicles.
Actually, you know what? Now that you mentioned that, I do have a story. And this is it's
Set anybody on fire.
It's an interesting story. So last night, after you messaged and said, hey, like, can we postpone the podcast? I was like, no problem. So I was like, okay, I'll just go to the gym now. So and I didn't do it immediately. I sat around for a while. But I was heading back home. I want to say it had to have been around maybe 11:30. It had to have been.
Not surprised by that.
And there's
those numbers at all.
Yeah, there's an exit, obviously, right? The exit I take usually, or I can take two exits. Right before that, I see a ton of police cars, and so everybody's car's slowing down.
Mm-hmm.
Police are all off to the right. I think to myself, like, oh, it's a DUI checkpoint. Why they would have one on the interstate, I don't know, but that's what I thought. And I thought, okay, I'm obviously fine, Yeah. My number one concern at the time was, like, I have insurance. My insurance is on my phone, but me finding apps on my phone, if I need to find them, it's me swipe, nope, swipe, nope, swipe. I know it's here, up, swipe, down, swipe, up, left, right, swipe.
Right.
That's how I'm like, oh, this is going to take me forever. But that wasn't it. So there was probably, and I hope I'm not over exaggerating this, I want to say 6 state troopers and 3 like Troy cops there, like on the side. Here's the messed up part. Is that I didn't see a car or whatever, but I think maybe there was a car. I can't remember exactly. But what I did see,
they all pulled each other over.
Oh, no.
Oh.
It's way worse, dude.
Oh, gosh.
Way worse. Near the banister or the guardrail, there was probably, I want to say, 4 cops, and they were holding up like a blanket, like obviously trying to block something. Now, we were at a crawl, basically, because, I mean, obviously you're not going to speed through there. And so it was enough to where, like, I didn't really have to even try to rubberneck. It was just like you were on a standstill. And so, of course, they're holding this. And I know they're trying to block the view. Of course, right. I'm nosy and I look. And sure enough, there is a body on the ground. They were trying to block it, but it was very, like, I was like, oh my God. And then it was just like immediately, I was like, oh God, that is bad. And it just, and then it just went on. I haven't heard anything in the news about it. Like, there's some Facebook sites you can go to and look. But I don't know exactly what happened. But yeah, it was like, oh, okay. It's like, oh, that's no good. So,
well, that sucks.
Yeah, maybe he was just sleeping. We can make it positive. He was just tired. He was tuckered out.
Okay, perfect. Well, don't really know how to transition into have you watched anything new and unusual this week?
No, this is how you should have transitioned, by the way. We should have wacky noises.
I know.
And then it's just like, okay, well, that's tragic. Anyway, boing, boing, back to what we read.
So, apparently I can add music. Okay, interesting.
Okay,
that's new.
Okay.
Because I was like, I don't know how I'd add some, like video mutes us, but there's a way to. Okay, interesting.
Well, your question was, did I read anything?
Watch anything?
I am still watching What We Do in the Shadows. Only Murders in the Building, season 3. That is good. The only two episodes are out right now. I don't know when the third one comes out. Probably next week sometime. Did you saw the first 2 seasons of it?
Yes.
Okay.
I believe I was the one who told you about it.
I think so. Yes, I'm almost positive you were.
I've noticed that we there's a lot of give and take. For example, you told me about Community.
Yeah.
I told you about Only Murders in the Building.
Yeah.
You told me about what else? You told me about? I'm not trying to minimize. I just can't remember.
Yeah.
I told you about Ted Lasso.
Ted Lasso. Yes.
You told me about The Bear. I believe.
Yes.
Which I had interest in, but never like sat down and got going on it. So
Yeah.
all
But
right.
I mean, if you like the first 2 seasons of Only Murders, you'll like the third one. It is good. Meryl Streep is in it, and she is an amazing actress. If people didn't know that already, I don't know why you wouldn't know that, but
Is she though?
oh my God, she plays. And this isn't giving away anything, but
Okay.
um,
I just find her to be overrated.
I know she plays an older actress who hasn't made it yet, and then so she gets like a part in a play. So obviously she's the greatest, and she's trying to play. Well, not trying. She does play a character that is a bad actress, and it's just and then but then she does scenes where she's a good actress. I'm not selling this, I know, but you just have to check it out. I saw that, like on Hulu, like I watched the first episode, and then they had, the next, you can see that coming up is episode 2, and I'm like, oh shit, do they have the whole thing out right now? That's gonna be great. Just the first 2 episodes. But check it out. And besides that, what else am I watching? Superman and Lois season 3, which there is a Kevin Smith villain in that.
Onomatopoeia.
Yes.
I knew about it, but I have only watched the first season.
Okay. Well, check out the second season, and then
are they on the Max, or are they still only on
Max.
CW?
Nope, they're on Max. They're maxing it up. It's technically part of the CW verse, though.
Yes.
In just a very strange, like the guy that plays John Diggle, he was in the first season for a couple episodes, I think, or the second season. I can't remember what it was. But yeah, there's like throw that guy in the
first season. Yeah.
Yeah. So what have you been watching? Or reading, either one.
So I apologize. Over the course of the last week, I've probably watched, having started season 1, a week plus, I've watched the entire run of Ted Lasso again.
Okay.
I'm trying to think of what I've watched new, or at least new to me. I don't know.
Did you finish watching whatever the latest episode of Futurama is? How the West was 1001, whatever it is.
So truth be told, I've only still watched the season premiere.
Okay.
And I know I'm a few weeks behind, but again, so I'm dumb, or at least odd.
Oh, okay.
and because I was on season 9 or 10, I just been like, oh well, I'll get there. But I know I need to step it up.
Oh, well, that's fine.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry to David X. Cohen and Groening.
Yep, they're all upset.
They
told me.
And Fry, Billy West. I'm so sorry, Billy.
It's quite all right. Did you read anything?
Oh, I'm so glad.
Yes, because you went to Twilight Comics, Swansea, Illinois.
Twice.
Okay.
I went last Saturday for the first time in a while. I mean, a few weeks. Mm-hmm. It was free graphic novel day. And so I got a free graphic novel.
Okay.
Would you like to know what I got?
I would like to know all the stuff you got. Yes, indeed.
Oh, okay. I'll start with the free graphic novel.
Okay.
And that was Thor Iron Man God Complex.
Okay, interesting.
And I haven't read it yet. I think it's from like 2002.
That makes sense, yeah.
I'd have to double check. I have not started that one yet. It's apparently Thor and Iron Man are at odds in this book.
I thought you were gonna be like, apparently Thor and Iron Man are in this. I'm not sure. I haven't read it yet.
and probably Spider-Man. No, I don't know. But haven't looked at it yet. So apologies to Thor and Iron Man from 20 plus years ago. Last week I also acquired Grimm number 12.
Oh yes, I need to get that.
Which number 12. So it's been going on over a year because they've taken some months off here and there. I'm not like, I'm fine with it, but I'm also like, all right, can we move the story along a little bit? There are times I think when the story drags, I'll never say that to Stephanie Phillips. But I was like, okay. But the way issue 12 ended, like things are rolling now, and we might start getting into that third act a little bit. So
I think for me, what I want to probably do with Grimm is wait until it's done. Unless it gets to if it's up to like 20 issues, then I'll get, I think I have 11.
Mhm.
I'll get 12 through 20, and then I'll read that all and then wait. But I would like to wait until it's done and then just absorb it all at once. Because I mean it's a fast read, and of course that's in a good way. It's a page turner.
Another one that's I don't want to say old title because it's not, but one that I thought was gone, and then it came back, and that's Berserker, which we have here, Poetry of Madness, which tells. So Berserker had glimpses into the original run. Had the first 12 issues, I guess I keep calling them episodes. Had glimpses into like the origins and modern time. The bulk of this story here takes place and spoiler alert, expresses in its own way the fall of Atlantis.
Ooh.
So I kind of like that it's going a little bit through time. The art's not as good this time around. Think of it like an direct to video cartoon sequel where so Aladdin is terrific.
Yes.
But Aladdin 2 Return of Jafar not so much.
No.
So it's a little bit like that, or it's like the series Aladdin that's based off of the movie. It's like, okay, like you got some main players, but and you can still see Keanu Reeves' name at the top here. Matt Kent is not on this issue. I don't know if that's just Matt Kent's a very busy guy. He's from St. Louis, but he's a pretty busy guy. So I guess that's Steve Scroce. Hope that's right. Dave Stewart. Berserker Poetry of Madness. So I've got that read. I don't have a picture of this one, but I'm up to date on Gargoyles. And also in my pull folder, a little bonus was Gargoyles Dark Ages issue 1, which tells the story from when they're in Scotland before the spell that puts them to stone. Like Goliath's not the leader. He doesn't even technically have a name. Hudson has a mate, which is kind of crazy. And they're trying to decide, do they take a side in this Clash of Clans, to borrow a 21st century mobile game name. Anyway, so I'm enjoying it. Gargoyles Dark Ages.
It looks really good.
Yeah. Let's see. What else have I read? I am 2/3 up to date to DC's Night Terrors.
Okay.
So there's the cover of issue 1. There's the cover of issue 2. Deadman, of course, playing a very prominent role in this story, which might be why I really trended in its direction. Then you can see here the statue there with the old JSA Sandman, who is resurrected. It kind of looks a little Jonah Hex-like, he's not all there. But he is able to dispense some wisdom to help the team. And I have also read Night Terrors Superman issue 1, which is you really start to see the pieces of spoiler alert for those who are interested, is that, yes, everybody's asleep. Everybody except for Batman, who's pretty much being kept awake because Deadman's possessing him. But everybody on planet Earth is asleep, and they're all having these nightmares, but they're able to kind of travel. We find out that they're able to travel to one another's nightmares. So correct me if I'm wrong. You won't be able to correct me, but I'm pretty sure that at one point Wonder Woman pops up into like Superman's dream or something, or nightmare towards the end. So you can see that, okay, our heroes are going to start figuring this out, which is pretty cool. So I've read that. I have acquired Night Terrors 3 with cover art by Ivan Rice, who his cover work on Blackest Night got me back into comics 14 years ago, back in 2009. I also have acquired Superman Annual, Dawn of DC Annual #1, which is interesting because you can definitely tell that Night Terrors and it is trying to take place in the world of this Dawn of DC. So, that's pretty cool. Let's see what, as I look down my list here, I've read a lot of short things.
Good.
I have also acquired Superman, The Last Days of Lex Luthor.
Okay.
Which is a DC Black Label book. And I believe that is separate from the new Dawn of DC universe. I have also acquired, here we go. I found this one on the shelf. I said, very curious. Radiant Black. Now, this is an Image title, and you probably can't make out the review on the bottom of the screen there, but it says it's the perfect
superhero comic for anyone that's seeing Invincible.
Yeah, how did you read that? Do you make the screen big?
Yeah, I full size the screen.
Okay, so I can't do that because then I can't, access the images.
Hey, don't worry, that's what I'm here for. I'll read stuff for you.
Thanks for reading things for me,
and
Mike.
Robert Kirkman was the one who that's his quote.
And of course, he wrote Invincible as well as The Walking Dead.
Yeah.
So Radiant Black, have not started that, but again, thumbed through enough to have it catch my eye. As again, I think the cover does a great job of and you get the words, that endorsement, so to speak, from Robert Kirkman. Then you're like, oh, okay. And it is, I believe, Ty Higgins, who has written Radiant Black. If I get the first name wrong, that I apologize, but it's a Higgins. So, it's not Leslie Higgins from Ted Lasso. That's our third Ted Lasso reference. I apologize.
It's quite all right.
The other acquisition that I make. So we talked about this. It's been a couple of years, and I held off on getting the, not the sequel, but I guess the second run of issues because I just wanted the collected edition. But I think in the most recent bundle of comics I gave you was We Live.
Yeah.
Which we have talked about in the past. We Live is kind of a unique comic. It had a big twist at the end I did not see coming, but I'm so glad it did. Inside the comic itself are QR codes that you can scan, takes you to YouTube videos and it's basically a soundtrack of, throughout the book. I remember the first experience of that in We Live Volume 1 was a scene of just a guy sitting. He looked like he was smoking a cigarette and listening to a radio with a fire crackling behind him. So when you scanned that, it was a YouTube video of that scene kind of come to life where, there's a little blue plume of smoke coming off the cigarette. There's the fireplace is, crackling and glowing. Yeah. So kind of brings those pages to life. In Volume 2, which I'm about one chapter in, one issue in, there's still these QR codes, and I knew it was time for bed last night when my phone died and I couldn't scan the next QR code to listen. But very good still. Lots of exposition to help, kind of refresh, memories, because it's been a few years. It was probably 2021, maybe when I first read We Live. I'd have to go back through the archives and find it. But yeah, I mean, it's really, really engaging, really, really a lot of fun. So We Live, Age of the, I'm probably going to mispronounce it. The Palladians.
Oh, yeah, I say Palladians. Yeah.
Thank you. And the Miranda brothers are the same creative team behind the story. So that's a lot that I've read, Mike.
Hey, that's good. Nothing wrong with that.
But my oldest said to me on Tuesday, he said, I want to go to the comic store with you sometime, Dad. I'm like,
let's go. Boom. Right now.
I almost, but I said, wait. Tomorrow's New Comic Book Day. So he took him on Wednesday.
That'd be like if one of your kids was like, Dad, tell me about Green Lantern.
I was like, just right
like you
back
have,
and
you have
you'll
like
hear
a PowerPoint set up already. It's time.
I did. I helped a friend years back do a PowerPoint. He was taking a class at Webster Groves University. No, I'm sorry, not Webster Groves. Webster University there in Webster Groves, Missouri, or South St. Louis. And the class, I believe, was something like comic book something.
Okay.
And basically, like, he drove from Missouri to Salem, where we were living at the time.
Right.
And he said, "All right, help me with this." I said, "RJ, be honest. Do you want me to help you with it, or you want me to do it?" He's like, "Whatever you want." So it was. He chose a character, and he's like, the character was Green Lantern,
of course. Good old Green Lantern.
And I said, I had to ask him. I said, "Do you want it on like Green Lantern or the Green Lantern Corps?" He's like, "Oh, you were the right person for me to come over."
Right.
Yeah. I mean, when another PowerPoint, bring it on.
Yeah, easy.
So that's my week of comics in a nutshell, sir.
I only read one comic book. I finished JSA book 1, which I know Justice Society of Americas you're a fan of, and I after reading this I am too. Don't get me wrong. It's very interesting. Obviously, you can see all the characters up there. They have, and I'm gonna the first Green Lantern or
Alan Scott.
I was thinking Alan Scott or Adam Scott, and I couldn't remember which one it was.
I think Adam Scott was in
He's an
Parks and
actor.
Rec.
Yeah. But they have Hawk Girl, Star Spangled Kid, Atom Smasher, Our
Jay
Man.
Garrick.
Yeah. I believe
Wildcat.
I was just gonna say Wildcat. By the way,
Our
Wildcat,
Man.
you can't see here his costume, but it's one of the costumes where I think to myself, like, for people that want in the movies comic accurate costumes, you don't want the Wildcat would seem silly. It would seem silly. But as far as this goes, so it's a really good story. I forget what it all collects. It's always one of those, collects JSA 1 through 13 or whatever.
Book 1 of Jeff Johns' JSA run, which brought us Stargirl.
Yes, but no, I'm saying like book 1 collects.
Oh yeah, no
issues.
Don't ask me that question.
Blah blah blah. Here's the thing: you would think that since it's book 1, that it's going to end in a cliffhanger, because obviously there's going to be book 2, book 3, whatever else is out there. It really doesn't, though. It's really a kind of a self-contained story. Granted, with any comic book, they can the very next issue is another problem, of course.
Yeah,
but this was I was expecting to be like, okay, I'm gonna it's gonna end and I'm gonna have to get book 2, which I might get book 2 anyway. But yeah, it was interesting. The villain was extant, I believe, or at least one of them was. I don't know if you know much about extant. It's a somehow it's a. I don't want to say call it a variant or something of Hawkman.
Oh, okay.
I believe. But yeah, it just kind of like with a lot of villains, he has what I call everything powers, which is he just can control everything, kind of.
That's no fun.
Yeah, but hey, I mean, I can't say they defeat him, but they might somehow. Can't tell you how.
They?
Yeah. But that's all I read. I'm working on Rough Riders. That's the next one I chose, and I'm still working on Thor Gore.
Thor.
Yeah, but Rough Riders is really good.
Kill Bill.
Yeah, Rough Riders is really good, and I knew it was going to be really good. You highly recommended it. With it's real, well, quote unquote. No, let me put it this way: it's real people, but they didn't really do this stuff.
Right. Historical fiction.
Yeah. Who's it? Annie Oakley, Houdini,
Thomas Edison, Teddy Roosevelt.
Yeah. So far so good.
And the rest.
And it's kind of, I want to say, would you say it's like, I want to say Avengers, but I'm just thinking of like a team up.
Oh,
let's get these people together and they're going to do a mission.
The most, I think, closely associated would be like League of Extraordinary Gentlemen.
Yeah. Which also that made me think like, because a lot of times when I read comics, I'm like, I wonder if this would make a good TV show or a good movie. And I think it would, but it would absolutely flop because of League of Extraordinary Gentlemen doing so bad.
Yeah, there's a way like on Prime or Max where, you know, like they'd have to be the one. And Max, I think, skews more Warner Brothers, DC, so maybe not them. But I mean, there's a world where if it's done right, but I just don't know if enough people know about Rough Riders, the comic book, to have that fine. Like, you know, League of Extraordinary Gentlemen was around 25 years, you know, but the Alan Moore version before they made a movie on it, and I don't know for sure, but like those were characters that have existed throughout fictional, you know, writing for, you know, some of them over a century.
Oh yeah,
you know, so
look, can it work? Yes, and you're correct. If it was a movie, no, it's going to be an absolute flop if it's a movie. If it's on streaming, then yes, I think it has a chance. Then
let us know. Prime, give us a shout. I mean, you're not doing much with Hollywood right now.
I'm trying to. I started also. Speaking of Prime, I started rewatching The Boys.
Okay,
I think I'm on like season 3 now.
I do need to finish. I said that way too enunciated. I do need to finish. Jack Ryan. I think the last season of Jack Ryan's on Prime.
Okay,
that I need to watch that. I'm trying. What have I been flipping around when I'm not watching Lasso? I've still been watching Modern Family from, you know, Smallville. Over on Hulu. Been watching a few more episodes of MacGyver.
Okay, nice.
And watching a little bit more of the Mission Impossible movies over on Paramount. You know, our conversation a few weeks ago really made me want to go back and watch them. So I'm just about done with Mission Impossible 2, but I only watch them 45 minutes or an hour at a time when I have time.
Right.
So
understandable. So we're about 32 minutes in, and we have a topic that I'm really excited about. The topic is not going to take too long, but I want to get to it. And this is a topic that you came up with, but I believe because you're like me, you scroll through all the little Facebook reels and, you know, YouTube shorts and all that. So you've probably seen people do it out there, but it's a really good one. And we're going to blind rank. And make sure I have this right. We're going to do DC villains, correct?
Yes.
6 of them, correct?
I have 6.
I have 6 as well. Then we're going to do DC heroes, correct? Or are we combining them?
I don't have heroes selected for tonight.
Okay.
So did I not understand the assignment?
Yeah, but that's okay.
Okay.
Because I said, you know, this because I wanted this for the kind of like the main topic type of thing, and it's not going to take too long for it. But that's okay because I have a bonus. So we'll just do DC villains, and then we'll do my bonus one. Okay. But I want to make sure, and we should have done this pre-production. I want to make sure we're doing it right.
Okay.
So what I have is I have a list of 6. We're doing villains, right? Villains?
Yes.
So I have it villain A, villain B, villain C, villain D, you know, blah, 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 whatever.
Right.
So I'm going to name off villain A first.
Yep.
And you're going to rank it 1 through 6.
Yes. Not knowing what the ones are after it.
Then I'm going to do villain B, right?
Right.
So you have yours in a certain order, right? Because what I don't want, do you have yours written down?
No, I mean, I'm looking at them right here on my screen.
Okay. Do you have it in like an order or something that you're going to read them off at?
Sure.
Okay. Because here's the thing. This is what I don't want. This we should have done pre-production. But I completely forgot about it, actually. What I don't want is where I have, like, you're purposely trying to do something.
Oh, no. I have,
you know, like where it's like I have
them. No, I'm not. Okay. I'm not trying to like throw you. Like you've only got number spot 1 or the top spot left, and I'm like, and I was actually thinking about this. The color yellow for Green Lantern.
Right. Yeah.
No. I don't really have anything. No curveballs, no swerves, nothing ridiculous. It's pretty straightforward. While a lot of mine are, you know, they're well known. Like, I don't want to tell you who I don't have, but I didn't try to go like the number 1 mainstream top villains across the board. I tried to delve just a little deeper.
I have a mix of them. I have a mix of well-known, and I have a mix of, I think you'll know them, but other maybe just casual fans won't.
Yeah, so I definitely think that, all 6 of mine are known, and like you'll know them and everybody, but well, I don't want to tell you who's not on the list yet.
No.
But yeah, I'll just leave it.
Hey, we'll figure. Well, when we do it,
and then I was thinking, since you got the bonus ones, I figured I'd let you go first.
Okay. All right. Are you ready?
Just about.
Are you going to write them down?
No, I'm just writing down the time cue so I know where to start. I have to start putting pictures in. So you folks, a lot of times, a little peek behind the curtain here. I'll say to me, like when we did our top 5s, something like that last week, and I said, Mike, send me some of those movies so I can put them in for production purposes. He's like, okay.
That you'll see them, yeah.
But this is a surprise. This is blind ranking, so I don't know what his is. So I'm just going to do.
No. Well, actually, I'll
minutes. All right.
All right.
Now I know where to start, folks.
Perfect. All right. First villain is a villain, but sometimes not. But I'm still counting as a villain. I'm going Harley Quinn.
Oh, okay. That's not where I was thinking you were going to go.
By the way, are we ranking these on favorites, power? Just
just like, I guess.
Not that it matters. It don't matter.
I'll just do favorites.
Favorites. Okay, perfect.
I'm gonna try to leave myself. I'm gonna put 5.
5. Okay. All right. Then we got Cheetah.
6.
Yeah, that's kind of what I figured. Sinestro.
3.
3. Okay. Larfleeze.
Oh, jeez. 4.
4. Okay. Vandal Savage.
Oh, that's a good one. This is. I think I'm gonna screw myself. You know what? That's a really good one, Mike. I think I'm gonna regret this, but I'm gonna do number 1.
Okay. My dad, Lex Luthor.
2.
We got to go to the 2 spot. Okay. That's not bad. I expected actually Sinestro to be slightly higher, but Vandal Savage is really good.
That was a good pull, by the way.
Okay.
All right. So excellent. Good selection. And I'm pleased to note that we don't have any overlaps.
Okay, good.
So are you ready?
I am ready. I got my numbers down. Okay.
We'll start with Gorilla Grodd.
Okay, I'm going to go 4. Solid 4 for him.
Okay. You writing these down on your end?
Yep.
Okay.
Also, I'll forget.
Yeah. No, I'm glad you're writing it down because I'll forget. How about Deathstroke?
Oh, Deathstroke. Okay. It's either 1 or 2. I'm gonna go with 2.
Okay.
Might regret that. But
no. There are no wrong answers in this blind ranking. How about Solomon Grundy?
6.
Okay. Didn't no hesitation there.
Yeah, it was 5 or 6 in my head.
The Anti-Monitor.
I'm gonna go 3.
Okay.
I'm hoping that there's
quality left
for my 1.
What spots do you have left?
I have 1 and 5 left.
Okay. Oh God.
Yeah.
I'm not changing these. I'm going straight.
Oh, I know you're not.
All right. Riddler.
Okay, look, here's the thing. Riddler, especially Batman Hush, really good. But God, I almost don't want to. I have to put him at 5, and then I have to hope that there is. Yeah, fuck it, I have to do it. I have to
Okay.
put him. I have to put Riddler at 5 and see what's one. And I know it's
I'm
going to be a bad one.
I'm so sorry, guys.
That's quite all right.
I did not plan this atrocitus.
Okay, fine. Yeah, Atrocitus. Sure, number 1. Sure.
Oh,
Oh.
that's the fun of blind ranking, Mike.
That is. I enjoyed. And here's the thing. Obviously, next week we could do DC Heroes, and there's a lot of different, like not even comic book related. Just like I was thinking, like family TV shows or TV families. You know, whatever. So
all right. So with the I mean, since we got time, you know, we're only 40 minutes into this thing, and it sometimes usually goes to an hour and 15. With the benefit of knowing who's where, how would you re-rank them now that they're not blind?
Oh, okay, easy. Just based on the ones I have right now. So I would put Deathstroke at number 1.
Okay.
I would put, honestly, probably Riddler at 2. Let's see. Grodd at 3. What do I have? Deathstroke, Riddler. Oh, Grundy, Anti-Monitor at 4. Grundy's still going to be 6. Oh, and then so Atrocitus is 5.
Okay.
What would you have yours if you had to re-rank them? Not unblinded.
So I have 5 of the 6. The last one that you offered me that I gave number 2.
Number 2, you had Lex Luthor.
Okay.
Yeah.
Writing these down as I go here. So I probably still have 5 and 6 the same. You know what? I take that back. I think I'd probably keep Cheat at number 6, move Larfleeze to number 5.
Okay.
Harley would be number 4. I still will keep Sinestro 3. In all honesty, I probably switch Vandal and Lex.
Yeah.
So have Lex Luthor as 1 and Vandal Savage 2. Vandal Savage is such a good pull, and I think about that character, you know, more than I, you know, probably healthily should. I think he's underutilized in extra media. The Justice League Doom movie, if you've seen that, and I know if you haven't, I'll put it out there. It is available on Max.
Yes.
But it's basically you have the Justice League and you have the Legion of Doom, and it's kind of headed up by Vandal Savage. And you hear his story, I'm like, look, some asteroid, meteorite, something like that, falls to Earth, and he lays down as a caveman for warmth, and then kind of comes out of this as this like hyper evolved man. So he's been around for thousands of years, and you know, brings with that just a wealth of now. I mean, he's immortal. He, you know, has both, you know, financial wealth of knowledge. You know, he and Lex Luthor as a legitimate tag team would be very tough, I think, for any superhero.
I agree.
So that's fun. Re-ranking them with the I'm kind of, you know, mine didn't change a whole lot. I could definitely see why yours would change.
Yeah.
Sorry, Atrocitos.
No, it's quite all right, and I look forward to doing this again. I have a question for you that's going to lead into the bonus.
Okay.
The question is, you have to tell me what group said this. Now, I'm going to take some words out of it because it would give it away.
What group? Like what type of group?
You'll understand once I start reading it.
Okay.
With blood and rage of blank, we fill men's souls with darkest dread and twist your mind with pain and hate. We'll burn you all. That is your fate.
Red Lantern Corps.
Very good. Now it's time for the bonus. Are you ready?
Are you having me rank the core?
I got it. Ready? This is, by the way, it's 7 now.
Okay.
Not 6, 7.
Okay.
Because the bonus.
Yeah.
All right. Are you going to write these down too, or should I?
I'm gonna let you do it just so that I'm gonna put my pen away.
You can process.
I need to process.
All right. The Red Lantern Corps.
The problem is the downside is it's not a terribly blind.
You don't know what I'm doing.
Okay, I feel like you're giving me the
You never know. I switch it up
colors,
sometimes. You don't know.
lantern colors.
I don't even. I know there's a red and green. That's all I know.
I will do 3.
3. Okay. Orange lantern core.
7.
Ooh, not a fan of orange. Okay.
It's one man.
Yellow lantern.
Oh damn! I forgot about that. I hate to do it, but probably 2.
2. Okay. What about the green lantern core?
1.
Oh, okay. Okay. I'll make maybe you're a blue lantern core.
What's the highest lift I have available? 4.
You have 4, 5, and 6.
Let's do 4.
Okay.
Hope. It's hope.
What about the Indigo Tribe?
Compassion 6.
Okay. And then the Star Sapphire core.
5.
Okay. Okay. Interesting.
That ended up not being so blind.
You know what? Originally, I was going to do different Green Lantern Corps members or different just Lantern Corps, but you know, and then I was like, no, because I really just wanted to see where you had the rankings for. Like, if you were like, hey, I'm actually a big Yellow Lantern Corps fan.
As I started to catch on, and it didn't take long. I realized I put the Red Lantern Corps 1 too high. If I could, I'd switch them in blue.
Okay.
But hey, you can't always get what you want. But if you try sometimes, you just might find you get what you need. Little
Billy Ray Cyrus. Yep.
No. Rolling Stones. I was like
Billy Ray.
I was Rolling Stones, but I was like, it's not Guns N' Roses. It's not Blind Melon. Where the hell am I getting these?
What am I singing?
Oh, what else we got, Mike?
I think that's it. I mean, I technically could do more rankings, but I'm gonna wait until next week. We can't
give it all to him right now.
Yeah.
You know what this episode's missing?
What?
News and notes.
Now, do we have any news and notes? Not really.
Not really.
Yeah, and we talked a lot about what we were reading. We spent 40 minutes on going. Shit. What did I watch? This. Oh, went to the grocery store.
Earlier this morning when we got the sticker, I ran in. So you can go to the DMV. Nobody wants to. There's always horrible lines. And for something like a sticker, at least I know up in Swansea, not too terribly far from Twilight Comics, Swansea, Illinois, there is a vehicle emissions testing center.
Yes.
And you can also run in there and get a new sticker.
Yes.
So instead of waiting hours, I waited about 2 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
And I was wearing at the time the same shirt that I'm wearing right now. And the gentleman behind the desk says, all right, but do you know the oath? And I was like, yes, I do. He's like, do you need me to recite it for you? He's like, no, that's okay. He's like, all right, real question is, who's your favorite? I said, it'd be Hal Jordan. He's like, oh, man, John Stewart. I said, well, no, I get it. And it's 1A, 1B. I said, but, Hal Jordan was he was my first. Always a little something special in your heart for your first. He says, well, I'm black, so he's like, so John Stewart's my guy. I said, look, I'm hopeful, very excited for the possibility of them bringing him to the big screen. It's like, oh yeah. He's like, they're going to. And then he was telling me things I already knew, but I didn't want to come off too smarmy and be like, I have a podcast, Jack. I could tell you things. So
I did. Speaking of the podcast, at work we did we always do Zoom meetings and stuff like that. And this one, they always do like an icebreaker type of thing, which I don't really like icebreakers because it means I have to talk more.
Mm-hmm.
But this was like, what's your secret or hidden talent? I'm like, I legit don't have a secret or hidden talent at all. It's like, because some people were like, oh, well, actually, I played the cello for the last 20 years or whatever, and I can juggle. And you know. And I was, by the way, I was the second person that had to say something. So I was like, I even told him, I was like, I wish I had more time because I legit don't think I have a hidden talent. Not that I'm saying I'm not good, but I'm like, I don't a hidden talent or a secret talent. And the girl that was running it was like, oh, well, I see your microphone. So do you have like a podcast or something? I was like, yeah, I do. I go, I don't know if that's a secret talent or not, but sure, if you want to count that, awesome. And then somebody did go, hey, what's the name of your podcast? And I said, it's called Nerds United. And they're like, all right, I'll check it out. And I wanted to be like, you'll never find it.
It's not that hard. And
there's a lot of Nerds United ones out there. If I would have wanted to talk more, I would have said, look for jitterymonkey.com, go to jitterymonkey.com/Nerds United. Mm-hmm. But I didn't, because I didn't want to talk more.
Do you want to tell the good people what you're pushing me into, making me do for the betterment of was it brief short what's the phrase? Short something content?
Yeah. The new thing out here is TikTok videos or Facebook Reels or YouTube Shorts is the one that I look at a lot. And it's you can, if you have a long form video like this that's going on 51 minutes right now, you can cut that up into little segments that are a minute long where people are more likely to look at that and then hopefully go like, hey, these two idiots aren't half bad. I'll listen to a little bit more. Maybe I'll subscribe to them. And then eventually we'll have 60 after however many years of doing this. And then Greg has to do a shot of wild turkey.
Oh, that's right. I forgot all about that. Maybe that's why I stopped, sending people to YouTube. So it's official. At Nerds United on TikTok.
Oh, nice.
And if you subscribe now, you'll be fortunate enough to be one of those people who subscribes probably before we have any contact.
Yes.
Because I haven't started anything yet.
Yeah.
But it's on the list of, maybe trying to figure out how to take our little blind rankings here and chop them up and do it that way.
I am going to look for it right now. This is good content. Me just looking for stuff.
Yep. All right. We're just all going to watch Mike find it on.
I did it. Found it. Yep. You were great at Nerds United. You have one follower now.
I'm going to hit refresh.
Yes. Success.
We did it. We're on the map. Yes. Mike, this was a lot of fun.
It was. We should do it again sometime.
We should. Maybe next week?
Yeah. That sounds good. Same bat time, same bat channel?
You can't say that. That's trademarked.
The same nerd time, same nerd channel?
Yeah, close enough.
Yeah.
But hopefully Friday.
Yeah.
And then, I just remembered.
Maybe not.
2 weeks from now, I'm going to be out of town.
Okay.
I'm probably not going to take my recording stuff.
I was going to say, yeah.
But
I was going to say, just take it. It's fine.
I have before. You know that.
Mm-hmm.
I'll be fly out Thursday morning. Don't fly back until late Sunday. Not late, but I should be home, to see my kids off to bed.
That's quite right.
I think it's a 3:00 flight from New York. So
I'll do a solo podcast.
Would you?
No, I couldn't record. I don't know. I wouldn't be able to do anything.
I get you set up on StreamYard, Mike. We let you come in and be like, hit record, be like, hi, this is Mike, co-host of the year, LUTHOR, for Nerds United, a Jittery Monkey podcast. And what we have this week, I don't know. I miss Greg.
And then I'll just talk about how much I love you.
Aw. Yeah. Now I really want that episode to happen.
Okay. Well, we'll see in 2 weeks. We'll see if I could think of something.
All right. And in the meantime, folks, we want to see you as well in our comments. So, comment and like and subscribe and hit that little, if you're on YouTube, hit that little bell for notifications so that you are made aware when we drop new episodes, because we'll do it every week. I kind of like this video format. It's not horrible. Now, of course, I have to go in and drop in pictures now for Mike's stuff, and I'll probably have to do that every week since that's the point of blind rankings.
Yeah.
But we'll have some fun with it. And most importantly, it's just, it's for us, but really it's for you, but mostly it's for us. So that kind of fell apart at the end.
All right.
All right. Well, this has been Nerds United, a Jittery Monkey podcast and YouTube show. And next week, I'm going to quiz Mike on all of our socials so he can say that and get them all out very early in the episode so you can find us. And for the co-host of the year, Mike Luthor, I'm Greg Mahochko. This is Nerds United, and we will see you next time. We remind you each and every week to be kind
and rewind.
This is a production of the Jittery Monkey Podcast Network. For more jittery shenanigans, go to jitterymonkey.com.